Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Evelyn. If you're new here, welcome. We hit 1000 subscribers. Yee! Oh my god, at some point I stopped looking at the numbers. If you're new here, welcome. I film about living, working, schooling, everything Germany. Yeah, and welcome. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, please. If you are just watching my channel and not subscribing, please now help this girl out, and please share. Please help share to the people that you think that will need this video. So, and if you are OGs, my current subscriber, old subscriber, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the love, guys. Please, I want to beg you, please, let's interact more in the comment section. Let's chat there. We are now 1000, like we're now matured now. We've crossed the 1000 milestone. Please drop comments below. Let's interact. Let me get to know you guys better. Let's chat more. Okay, so a new session is starting soon, and a lot of people are beginning to consider what school they would like to get enrolled to and stuff like that. And so I'll be discussing everything finance, about everything finance, where your studies in Germany is concerned. So you can actually fund your studies with a lot of options. At least not more than one or two or three options are available for you to finance your studies. A lot of people might not really know that, but there are quite a number of options that you can use to fund your studies. So the first one I'll be talking about is parental income. So you can fund your studies with parental income. For instance, it's actually not all schools in Germany that are what's it called now, tuition free. So there are some schools there are some courses that you have to pay like 10,000 euros, big money like that. And so if you're not working yet, maybe you're fresh from bachelor's, you can actually, if you have the finance from your parents, you can actually use that to fund your studies. So if your parents are willing to help you finance wise, that is actually a really good source, because you don't have to like stress yourself, of course, like the song I sang. If your parents has the cash, of course you can go for. A lot of people like to send their children to schools, and they would be willing to fund it. So that's actually a really good option that you can go for. Bear in mind that you need a total of 10,300 euros approximately to fund your blocked account. So if you be getting the money from your parents, just know that the amount that you'll be needing is 10,300 euros approximately. Sorry if you see a fly around. This is summer and flies are everywhere during summer. So you'll be needing a total of 10,300 euros at least to apply for your student visa at the embassy. So you need to fund your blocked account with that money. So bear in mind. So when you're talking to your parents, you know that at least that's the amount that you're going to be talking to them about. So secondly is savings. So some people have the opportunity to work before considering their master's studies. So if you have some amount saved up, some people use their savings, the money they've saved up in the past, to fund their studies. So bear in mind that you're going to be doing, of course this also applies to if you are depending on your parents for finance. So apart from the blocked account, you're also going to be talking about flight costs and all those stuff like that. But minimum, the bulk amount to even start with is the 10,000 euros that you need to fund your blocked account with. So savings is also an option. People usually ask if they can pay the money in bits. No, you cannot pay the money in bits, unlike other schools of other countries where at least maybe you pay like 2,000 euros for the first semester, and then as you're studying, then you now start looking for the next semester money. It's not like that. To get your visa, to get your student visa, you need a total of 10,000 300 euros approximately in your blocked account, that is a requirement for you to apply for your student visa. Like, it's really important before you even go to the embassy for visa. 10,000 at least should be complete. You understand? So it's not something you can pay in bits. It's not something you can like schedule and say, oh, I have 5,000 now. When by the time I move to Germany, I'll have the remaining 5,300 or thereabouts. You have to have the money in bulk before you go to apply at the embassy. So bear that in mind. Now, once you get the student visa, let's say you were able to get money from your parents or from your savings, some people would work part-time. So the 10,300 euros is actually will be divided into 12 months. So you'd get the money in your account 12 times. It will be divided into monthly stipends, so you'll be getting about 800 euros into your account every month. And so by the end of 1 year, basically the money is gone, because 800 euros would cover for your transport, health insurance, feeding, and all those stuff like that. So by the end of 1 year, 10,000 euros is gone. So if, for instance, you don't have you're not going back to get the money or money from your parents, there are actually student jobs that you can get in Germany, which you can do. You are allowed to work how many hours is that? 40 hours per week.
20.
Sorry, 20 hours per week. That was a mistake. You can work for 20 hours per week as a student, not more. You can work 20 hours per week as a student, and yeah, so you can use that to like try to save up, so that when you want to renew your student visa, in case you are not done with your studies, then you have like some money saved up, which you, because you also be needing that source of money, like source of income or money in your account, to show that you can sustain yourself. The reason for that money, for this money that we're talking about, is because the government doesn't want you to be dependent on the government for money, and they don't want you to be helpless or on the street looking for money without shelter, without clothing, without accommodation. So they need that you have a backup. You're sure that you can take care of yourself, you can cater for yourself while you are studying. So people usually ask me that, oh, what if I just get the visa now, I come here to work while I study? I'm like, yeah, that's good, but because of the fact that there is no guarantee, like it's not as if when you land in Germany they're going to be waiting for you with a job, and studying alongside with a job is quite tasking. So literally is advisable that you study mostly. So even if you get a job, like you might not be able to fulfill the 20 hours per week, because especially close to exam period, because you don't want to waste money now, you don't want to fail your exams, right? So yeah, you cannot really totally depend fresh from your country to say, I'm just going to be working part-time. There are times that sometimes you have to pull out of work to focus on your studies. There are times during summer, of course, or summer break, or any break after exams, and when there are no lectures, you can now do your full-time or 20 hours fully working. So you can augment your backup, like maybe money from your savings or money from your parents, with studying, with working part-time. But that's not like the main financial source. So maybe you'd have got money from your savings or from your parents before you applied for your visa, and then when you come, you then use working part-time to augment it. So yeah, the next point is scholarships. I've actually had friends who have studied abroad. At least one of my friends just finished his PhD, and his master's was on scholarship, if I remember quite right, and he applied fresh from when we finished our bachelor's. And so there are actually a lot of scholarship options. If you're fresh from bachelor's, or if you're just finishing the bachelor's and you're already looking at studying for your master's, I would say ask around. There were actually scholarships that we didn't know about, or I didn't know about. MTN is actually always giving people scholarships in schools. We might not know, maybe they took it to the department office, and maybe it's posted in one corner on the billboard or something, and you don't know really. So there are actually informations that you might not have access to if you don't ask. So I would say maybe ask from your school board or department and all that. Also check online. I'll put the website on the link here. dad.de also have scholarships, even though they are quite limited, but they exist. Like, and also some states usually like pick randomly, maybe people from their states, indigents here and there, and to sponsor. So that is also an option, even though it's not like of course the spaces will be quite limited, but it's also an option. Like, people also win the scholarships. I know that people win these scholarships. Check that.de. A friend just shared the testimony with me that a lady from Nigeria, I think she lives here in Germany, but she was going for that. She was going for the course, and she was able to get it. So there are some courses that there are some schools that put out scholarships for students. So check that.de for if you are looking to applying for scholarships. Scholarships also is an option to fund your studies. So yeah. Lastly, student loans. Student loans. So I remember when I was in banking. So people will come, and I'd not even planned on traveling, of course, traveling out of the country, or traveling to Germany, or relocating to Germany. And people will come and say, oh, do you guys give loans to students if they want to go and travel abroad? I'm like, okay, even though there's a package called student loan, but it's usually given to parents that have their salary in the bank. I digress. So we usually ask them that, so if I give you this loan now, if I give you 4 million naira, how will I know that you're coming back to pay me this money? Like, how will the bank know? Who will they owe? Like, how will I know? You travel to UK or you travel to Germany, I give you 4 million naira, you go my 4 million naira. How will I know that you're coming back to pay back the money? So the German government has like a package where they give student loans to students already studying, but they're like kind of struggling maybe with the job or with their finances, and it's called KFV. I'll put the website on the screen here. However, it's actually for students already in Germany, and they'll kind of talk to their parents, their mom, their dad, to ask how they're faring and if they really need the money. So that is one point. That is maybe when the person is already in Germany. And I actually heard about it, and people were saying students can actually apply for it if they are struggling, especially during this pandemic. I'm like, maybe I should apply. But once I'm sure I don't qualify, so they will not give me. But for people that actually qualify, I heard that they actually give them some money. But if you have ties in your country and you can actually get money from people, it's advisable, if you're sure that you're going to be able to pay back, and the person that's going to borrow you has hope and faith in you that you're going to pay back, that's also an option. So getting money from people, maybe microfinance bank, or even maybe friends and family safe, if they can borrow you to go study, and with a promise that you're going to pay back maybe in 2-3 years when you start working, hopefully by God's grace you can then pay back. So that is also a good option. I hope I've covered the ones that I can cover. So if you have any question, please drop in the comment section. Let's talk, let's gist, ask questions. I'll try as much as possible, as much as I can, to answer, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.